back to LDB Games. I'm Lord Darth Balls. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. And in this video, we're going to talk about fragments and fusions. Once a month, Raid will give you the chance to earn a legendary champion by completing a series of events and tournaments over the course of 2 weeks. Now, they either come in the fragment style, where the events and tournaments will win you fragments to fuse the champion, or those events and tournaments will be completed to get 16 rares that will then fuse into 4 epics that will then fuse into 1 legendary champion. Now, because this is over a 2-week span, it requires a tremendous amount of resources. So to give you the best chance of winning and earning this champion, you really need to prepare. And there are 4 basic resources that you'll need to save up to give yourself the easiest chance of earning this champion, with the old school fusions having 1 extra resource. So throughout the 2 weeks, there will be either an event or a tournament for one of each 4 dungeons. There will be a tournament event for the Ice Golem's Peak, the Spider's Den, the Dragon's Lair, and the Fire Knight Castle. There will be both an event and a tournament for champion training. There will be a couple Dungeon Divers events. There will be a Summon Rush, and there will be a champion chase. Now, the first resource, probably the most important, energy, and really gems, because throughout the entire 2 weeks, most of those events are going to consume energy. Dungeon Divers is, just as it says, basically farming any dungeon to get artifacts will get you points. Each of the respective dungeons that have their own events and tournaments, you'll need to live in that dungeon for quite some time and spend quite a bit of energy. And the champion training one, you'll be spending all of your time in campaign or in a dungeon if you've built a team that can solo or with only a couple champions to earn and to level up those champions and to rank them up to earn points. Talking about the champion training events and tournaments, in addition to having the energy and the gems, which are used to refill the energy, you want to start preparing food. Now, you do that by leveling champions up to their max level allowed by their stars, but holding them there. And when the event or tournament goes live, you rank them up, you drop some levels into them, and you keep moving. So you can see here I don't have too much built up right now, but over the next 7 days before the next fusion, I'm going to be leveling up 3 stars and 4 stars to rank up when the event goes live. Now, throughout those events, you'll be earning silver. Silver is another very important resource, and it's the only resource you need to complete the artifact enhancement events. In those events, you are awarded points for leveling artifacts up to certain thresholds, 4, 8, 12, and 16, with 16 being the most rewarding. So what you can do to prepare leading up to these fusions or fragments is you can level your artifacts up to level 15, right? So that when the event goes live, all you have to do is go in, put enough silver for that 1 level to get it to 16 and get the max points for it. It's also a good time to do an artifact cleanse, leveling artifacts up to 8 or 12 to see if they are worth keeping or worth selling. Now, the best place to farm silver is in the Spider's Den. I just did a video on how to speed farm stage 20 of the Spider's Den. I'll pin to that up top. And there is currently a spider tournament going on right now. So spending time in the Spider's Den can earn you the rewards here, as well as start building up a nice pile of silver. I had probably about a couple 100,000 silver to get started today, and I have spent a little bit of time in Spider's Den selling the artifacts and selling the accessories, rather. And you typically need 5 to 8 if you prepare, right? If you prepare by leveling up artifacts and accessories to 15, you typically need anywhere from like 5 to 8 million silver to complete an artifact enhancement event. Now, the last 2 events, the Summon Rush and the Champion Chase, are probably the most difficult events. The Summon Rush is really about discipline. You get points depending on which shard you pull, with Sacred Shards being the most rewarding at 500 points. Typically, I like to have 7 saved up. You can see I'm sitting on only 1. I think I burned them all a couple weeks ago in a 2x event. And I've had some pretty bad luck in Clan Boss, but Clan Boss is the best place to farm Sacred Shards. If your clan is able to take down Ultra Nightmare on a daily basis, you'll get 2 chests And if you take down Nightmare, you'll also get 2 chests, and those 2 levels of Clan Boss have the best chances of getting Sacred Shards. Outside of that, there is the monthly quests. You can see I'm actually 1 day away from getting a Sacred there. And then the Doom Tower hard floors, 110 and 120, have a Sacred Shard as a reward. So you can see I'm working my way up. And believe it or not, I'll have just enough time to get both Sacreds before the next fusion kicks off. The Champion Chase is a bit more difficult, but can be achieved in a similar fashion, right? Exercising discipline. When we have Fragment events, you don't need to summon these right away. If I'm hanging on, you see, look what I'm hanging on to. I got 3 legendaries here, right? A Doom Tower reward. This is a login reward, and this was the last Fragment event that we had. I've got 2 more epic Doom Tower champions here, and this right here is 500, 1,000, 1,500. That's 2,000 points. Not to mention, if you are pulling shards from time to time, you'll be acquiring rare voids. Now, these rare voids can be leveled up and ascended to get you Broadmaw. Getting Broadmaw gets you an extra 350 points. So I have enough for 1 Broadmaw, which means going into this fusion, I have 2,350 points dedicated just to a champion chase without ever touching my shards. You can also earn points by picking up copies of champions in the market, by summoning any shard, but the points you get are based on the rarity of the champion you get, or by running campaign levels and picking up champions on the way there as well. Now, for old school fusions, which is what I believe the next fusion is, there's one additional resource that you need, and that is the Ascension pots. Because in order to fuse a champion into another one, they need to be ascended to the max stars that you've ranked them up to. So, leading up to the fusion or fragment, you should be spending quite a bit of time in the keeps to build up your stash of potions so that you're not worrying about what day it's open, right? These are open through a sequence. They're not open every day. So if for whatever reason you're short on Spirit Keep, you better make sure that you come back in here on Monday, or else you'll be a little shortchanged for the fusion when you get there. So there it is. A quick summary of the best way to prepare for any fragment or fusion event. Now, I probably will be going for this, not because I want the champion for any particular reason or another. I am a bit of a collector. You can see I got Nishak here, I got Morrigan, I got Mighty Uko, that I just haven't gotten, I've got Marinax that I just haven't gotten around to building and using yet. At some point in the future, I am going to want to build them and use them, and Fragment and Fusion events are a great way to get a free legendary champion, and sometimes they are top tier champions, like Helican. So sometimes they get buffed too, right? So it's always good to, if you have the resources and can push, to go for these. Now, if you are looking for a clan, because as I said, taking down Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss are the most effective ways of acquiring shards. You typically, in a month, should get, based on probability, about 8 Sacred Shards from Ultra Nightmare, which is enough to complete the Summon Rush, usually. My clan is recruiting right now. We are looking for Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss hitters. We are looking for Hydra Normal and Hard Clan Boss hitters, and we are looking for people who are interested in competing in Clan versus Clan. We do have a point minimum, but we have a fun and friendly Discord where anyone is welcome to come in and chat and learn about the game or just make some friends. So that's what I got. Are you guys going for this fusion? Are you going for any fusion? Do you care about the fusions? Are you able to wait and play Raid Shadow Legends? Because it is Wait Shadow Legends. Hit that like button, hit subscribe for some more content on Raid, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Enjoy your raid.